I feel like I'm shedding old skins. In fact, I am shedding a lot. I am currently in fasting mode and I have a lot that is coming out. I haven't been eating the best. I feel like I know that I've been very reactionary or reaction based rather than being thoughtful. And it's because I didn't really know how to be anyway. I was talking to my mother earlier. I was like, I really haven't known how to deal with things aside from eating. And I feel like I kicked all the really big or bad habits. I stopped drinking. I stopped eating certain types of food for a while. I stayed away from, certain types of music and content and just a lot of different things that I let go of. But coming upon this turn that I'm on, I feel like all of that stuff has been coming up again, the overeating and things like that. And my body literally cannot take it anymore. Like it can't take all the mess. And I feel like when we go through a certain phase in our lives, especially in isolation and coming out, I feel like in the past, I have dealt with a lot of the surface things, but I didn't necessarily know how to deal with the deeper things. So I kind of just left them there. And as I'm moving through this new transition, um, all of those deeper things are coming up. And I just did not know how to deal with that at all. And this time, I'm choosing to be honest with myself. I'm choosing to see the world from the perspective of source and not from my human self. Because when I look at things just from my human self, um, I feel like I missed the big picture. I also know that I haven't been grounded in my body at all, probably ever. I don't think I ever, even as a child, remember just being grounded in this body and being okay with it. I think there's a few different reasons for that, but I feel like now um, I've grown to appreciate this body and still growing to appreciate it, but really being grounded within myself and not so flighty, which I can be very in my head. I'm what you call those people who are too heavenly minded for their own earthly good. um, but I don't want to be like that anymore. I've looked at all the different personas and ways that I've saw myself and the different things that I've shed in the past, and I feel like I'm at another turn like that where I not only don't want to be who I've been, I don't want to hold on to any of those old personas. I don't want to be the idea of who I think or thought Crystal was, or even the idea of who I thought Havutu was, even though those two people are still me. I feel like I created a world around those two essences to make me feel more comfortable in myself, and I definitely know that it worked. But now I feel like I don't need any of those things. The mother, source, my higher self has been dealing with me when it comes to identities. Um, how we are taught to identify as humans on earth. I find it interesting that because we have been taught to believe that because we are human, we're not godly. Because we think we have been taught that godliness is something greater than humanness. And I fully disagree with that now. I feel like being human is godly because there is no other being to be. There's no other essence of self except for the oneness. We I can't look at the world in black and white anymore. I can't look at the world as good or bad. The essence of source is just, it is. It is like I am. All of the extra things that come with I am are just essences of this one great thing. It cannot be defined as one thing or the other. I feel like even humans can't be defined as one thing or the other, but we so choose to do so because it helps our human mind better understand whatever this human experience is. And there's a beauty in all of that. There's a beauty in being in the body and being in the spirit and having a balance between the two. And that's my goal moving forward. But I just feel like I don't want all the things that I used to want anymore. I don't even want not just the persona, but all the things that would come with that persona, like all the things that I wanted to. I don't want any of that. I don't want old ways of thinking. I don't want old friends. I don't want any of those things anymore. Not because they're bad, but because I'm changing. I feel like with the friends I've had in the past, there's a lot of trauma bonding, even with relationships or situationships, y'all, There's a level of trauma bonding. I feel like we were exactly what we needed for the moment, but it was never meant to last. And I had a really hard time with letting things go. Now things are just falling off, just like one after the other. Friends, relationships, all of that. And I just don't want it anymore. And it has nothing to do with any of them. It has everything to do with what I want now going forward. And what I want now going forward, to be completely honest, is to be nobody. And I'm going to explain that. We have been taught that the essence of being someone is the highest goal. You want to be successful and you want to be known or you want to be appreciated. And whatever other personas or essences or ideas of what you think that is, that's what we should desire. All these different things that I've been, that I've chosen to be, ways I've chosen to see myself, I don't desire any of those things anymore because they were never truly me. They were parts of me, but they were never really the true essence of who Crystal is. Even Crystal has been a persona that I'm choosing to see differently now. In reference to nobody, basically, I have no desire to be anything other than what I am. I have no desire to be this singer, this artist, this guru, this whatever I could have ever come up with in my mind. I don't choose to be any one of those things, but all of the essence of what I am. And that I am essence cannot be defined by being somebody. I hope that's clear. I desire to be nobody in particular except exactly what I am right now in this moment. And that person has no definition, no title, no pretext, no trying to be anything. And that feels good. And I want to meet my new experiences from that place, from the place of just being exactly who I am in the moment, continuously ever changing, ever evolving. That version of Crystal, that level of Crystal where she doesn't have to be defined as any one thing. And I've realized I have to let go a lot of old habits. I have to let go of a lot of old essences that came with um, like being in social media or showing up, how I've shown up in the world, and choosing my body, choosing to take care of my body because I've been neglecting my body because honestly, I haven't known how to take care of me. I haven't liked me for a very long time. And I've gotten to this point where I look at myself in the mirror and I could say that that person is not any one thing. But whatever that is, I love that girl because she is becoming, I want to say becoming the greatest version of herself, but I don't think that's the right words. She's becoming a more true version of herself, a more honest version, a more real version, and real in terms of showing up authentically in the moment and not being afraid of the emotions. I've been dealing with myself on how I react to certain things. Whenever I have a reaction, instead of just sweeping it under the rug, say, hey, where is this coming from? What is the root cause of this reaction? Because it has nothing to do with the situation. It has nothing to do with what anyone said. It has everything to do with me. And what that trigger was is oftentimes the space of not feeling like enough, not feeling worthy, not feeling loved inside myself, not feeling like I deserve. And I know that comes from a old persona of I don't deserve to XYZ123. And I know it's not true. I see myself moving into this new era. I feel like I've been kind of looking at the world like that. Like one eye is open. The one eye is open is seeing things only in one way. And this eye that's partially closed is like I see lights, I see fragments, but I can't really make out what the whole of it is. But I really want to step into life with eyes open. I think the biggest thing right now that I'm enjoying the most is being able to sit in a room with myself in the quiet and just feeling peace within my body because there's no one to be. Like, really, like, I think 99, if not 99, at least 98% of my anxiety comes from who it is that I think I should be, what I should be doing, where I should be going with my life, all of these, what I should be, and I am not, I guess, matching up with that. But letting all of that go, like there's nowhere in this world that I should be except for right here. There's no person that I should be except for who I am now. There's nowhere I need to go or be or feel or think except for just right now in this moment. Nowhere I need to be except for here. And just a release of that, not needing as much, I want to say interaction, but not feeling that almost desperate feeling like I have to have someone else's approval of me. I have to have someone else's admiration of me, or they have to think of me this way or the other. Just letting all of that go. I feel like in the world, that's what most people are anxious about, especially neurodivergent people, feeling like I am not normal and I should be. So I feel anxious around normal people because I should be like them and I'm not. And it's like a self-attack continuously all the time. And I'm realizing that's so unnecessary. I'm going to speak for myself. In this place that I am in now, again, I just feel no need to be anyone but myself. I dropped a few things off, let a few things go, and sat back and just felt this wave. I always felt like this wave of peace was upon me, but I could never keep it. Like it would be there for a few minutes and then would be gone. And now I feel like it's slowly overcoming the anxiety because there's no one to be. I dropped a few things off tonight. What I mean by dropped a few things off, dropped a few thought processes off tonight while I was meditating. I did some stretching and some yoga. And I just made up in my mind, I don't want to be that anymore. I don't want to continue that situation, that relationship, that friendship, that way of thinking. I don't even want to be around it because it's not who I am anymore. After this moment, I desire none of that. And this might be TMI. I've been fasting and I've been pretty much moving down there, but I have been pretty constipated over the past week. And after doing that, just sitting up and doing that, I did some sit-ups as well. But even after I did all of that, just sitting and thinking about that, I laid on the floor for a while. I just thought, I just don't want to continue any of this shit anymore. It's not that I'm grateful for it because it helped me to get to this point, but I don't need it anymore. And not 2 minutes after I said that, all of this stuff down here started moving and I had a movement out of nowhere. And I'm like, that's confirmation to me. Because I know everything that's happening in my body is a representation of what I've been going through. I feel like I've been halted, especially over these past few months, just stopped up and just not allowing myself to move through into the next phase. And I feel like it was some things that I needed to understand. Now that I'm here and I'm understanding some things, I feel that movement in my body, in my intestines, moving towards the end, like, you can let this go now. I don't have to feel like this, because I had been eating gluten. I'm gluten intolerant, okay? And so that type of stuff collects in my body, and it makes it really hard for my body to process anything. So that's where I am. And that makes sense. I had been holding a lot of things in that I just did not know how to let go of. And I did not know how to release the fear, the stress of I should be here or there. No, the stress of finances. Like even when it comes to finances, thinking like, oh, I don't have enough. Who says I don't have enough? I had to really get honest with myself. Like, Crystal, do you really not have enough? Or have you been using what you have to numb these anxious feelings, numb these feelings of fear, numb this energetic up level? Because right now, if I sit with myself just totally still, it feels like all of the cells or the atoms in my body are just vibrating like this huge wave of vibrations, but just this like continuous hum in my body. And I know that's a spiritual up-levelment. And I also know that's from me fasting as well. Things like that tend to happen when I fast. But this is something very different. And I'm just ready to move forward with my life in a different way. I see what I have, and I recognize I have more than enough. I've had more than enough to take care of the things that I have now, to take care of my life. It's just I've been fucking it off on food and other frivolities. You know, I actually have exactly what I need right now in this moment. I just couldn't see it. And so from that eye that's like this, I feel like it's kind of like this now. I feel like it's slowly opening up, and I just want to be able to see the world from both, not just both perspectives, but from a wider range of perspectives, from the divine's perspective, from the human perspective, from everything in between. I know I'm capable of all of that. And tonight I felt more peace that I've felt in a long time, maybe even ever. Maybe ever at this point. And it's wonderful. So, I think that's all I want to talk about tonight. I hope this video was reflective and helpful. I hope you got something from it. And I want to let you know that I love you, and I hope that you have an amazing day.